Okay, the day is here. We're swapping the diff. I have help from Derek. We're throwing in the 350Z diff and the Z axles. Let's see what kind of fluid we got in here. This diff came out of like, oh no, this came out of a random G35 sedan. So.
Drop milkshake in the comments if you want to see it. If this is red, then we're good. Oh,
Wait, slide it. Oh no.
Ish.
Not too bad. Oh, it looks like decent oil. It looks like Valvoline.
Yeah, it does look like Valvoline.
It's just black. Why is there poop on it?
Oh.
How much?
This is a welded diff, you said, right?
Yeah.
So when people don't change oil on freshly welded diffs immediately.
My 240 diff plug looks like this too, though. How much metal? How big is that metal? Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh wait, this is sludge with metal mixed into it.
Okay, that's good. I like that. The 240 was worse than that, so we're upgrading. We were smart this time, and we're filling the diff with new fluid before we put it in the car. First things first, we gotta pull the axles. And we're well averse in pulling the axles. Oh, that guy's broken. That's broken as hell.
Are those the ones that are gonna be hard to come out?
Oh, I didn't know I had these.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones that are hard to get out. Thank you, Kyle.
That should be a piece of cake.
Kyle did it for us. I have an ISR subframe.
That's kind of nuts.
I didn't know ISR made subframes. Look at the state of what we're working with. It's so icky. Is that hair? There's hair in it.
All right, let's see it, Evan.
Oh, it's coming out in two pieces, it looks like. I can't compress the axle because it's broken. It has no compression because the U-joint is out of the hub. Ooh.
Ooh.
We have action.
Here, wait. Allow me.
We got action. Oh, poop! Oh no, it's bearings. There's bearings falling out.
Are there actually?
Hey. Let's add it to the collection out back.
Oh my god.
Ew. Dude, this one didn't even break. It just popped. It just overextended and popped out. Look at nature reclaiming the others.
Oh my god.
You may rest now.
Oh.
It's final resting place.
Holy shit, Evan, you've killed these poor axles.
Here's a comparison of the new and old axle. Here's the old 240 axle. It has a bit smaller of a shaft, and the 240's axle. 240 axle is heavier. It's got more junk in it, but this one is quite a bit beefier, especially on the CVs, because the 240 axles kept breaking on the CVs right here. This casing's the weak point. This one, oh, this is thick. All right, diff is coming out. How long have we been working? Not even that long.
Like maybe an hour.
Not 2 hours.
Okay, well, do you include draining the diff?
No, that was procrastinating.
Okay.
That was me procrastinating
probably
doing
like
the
an
actual
hour.
job. Every day. Oh, there it is. It's out.
Bring it. There we go.
Yup. 240 diff has been freed.
For sale, it's an ISR performance diff.
$700 without axles. We're popping the cover off to see what kind of welds we're working with in here.
Oh. Yeah.
Metal assessment. Nice and sparkly.
Oh, did you hear that? That's metal.
Slight abrasion noise. Oh, look at those boogers.
Oh, man.
No broken gears, though.
It's got...
Was there no RTV on here? Oh, it's a paper gasket.
Yeah, look.
Oh, rip.
Actually, this is a factory Nissan gasket.
That means they reused it when they welded it.
Or they bought a new one.
They did not. If you guys are doing Z axles on your 240, make sure you put the axles in before the diff, because these axles are longer and you won't be able to get the axles in once the diff is already in. Besides the strength upgrade that we get from a Z diff, the biggest reason I went to a Z diff instead of just keeping the stock diff is the new ratio. The 408, the stock diff, is a very short ratio, and combining the short diff ratio with the short gear ratios of a CD09 transmission, the gearing's just way too short. This is a 335 diff. So we're going to have a lot more wheel speed in second gear. In order to verify what gear ratio your transmission has, count the number of spins in the input shaft it takes to turn the axle once 360. So I'm just gonna pick this bolt. 1, 2, 3, 3 full spins, 0.35. So 3 full spins and then 0.35 of a fourth spin. So that's how we know that we have a 3-3-5 gear ratio. Right, now that we don't have any diff in here, we can really see the extent of the axle carnage going on in here. I gotta wipe all this out. This is really yucky. Man, I really cooked this diff bushing for the stock diff. Good thing we're not gonna be using this, but check this out. Poop removal is complete. And now we're ready to press in the single diff bushing. Since it's a Z diff, it only has one diff mount. The 240 diff has a different flange bolt pattern than the Z diff. You put the drive shaft up against this flange, so the hub-centric ring in the middle locks in. And then I marked each of the 240 bolt pattern bolts, and we're just gonna drill them out now. Right there. This is the GK Tech diff adapter bushing that goes in the subframe. I left it in the freezer overnight in hopes that it'll slide in quite easily because the last one was very hard to get out. Okay, it's still a press fit. I'm gonna sand out the inside of this actually. Oh no, don't get stuck. It's expanding. Ooh. I'm gonna sand the inside of this out so this will slip in easily and we can clock it the right way because it is directional. You need to have the hole towards the bottom. We have the diff adapter bushing in the subframe here. If you guys are doing this, I highly recommend sanding out the inside of the subframe and putting the diff bushing in the freezer so it shrinks a little bit. It slid right in. We have to go in and then we have to slide this guy into the bushing there, and then we can go up with the flange. 1, 2, 3. Can you see?
It's in the hole. Just push
it is?
Yeah, just up and in. You just need to get that. You need to get your side up, basically. What's it?
Oh, my side's up.
Well, yeah. As long as it goes over, we're good.
It's bending this way, bro.
Is it? It's clearing it.
Flexing
It's going.
this
It's
way,
going. It's
bar.
going. It's going.
It's driving past the sway bar.
It's rolling its way through. Oh, there you go. Sick. And look, it's in the bushing as well. 1, 2, 3. There.
Ooh, that's a diff that's in.
Yep.
The diff is in. It's bolted up. We have a slight axle problem. We don't know if the axles are gonna line up. We might need an axle spacer. These ones, make sure you sand the diff and make sure there's not rust in it first, because you have to rotate them to clock them to the right direction if you have these GK Tech ones, and they're a real pain to rotate if there's rust inside the diff. But we have those two, and then this is the third adapter bushing. Everything's mostly bolted up except the axles. The axles are still unbolted. I gotta go underneath and measure the gap between the diff and the axle flange now so we can get the right axle spacers. We are under my 240 now. I'm quite crunched. For those of you doing this swap as well, this is how you will be measuring your axle spacers, because trust me, you need the correct axle spacer. I broke like 30 240 axles for not having the correct one. So we have our car at ride height, and what you're going to do is just unbolt the axle and put it in a neutral position, not stretched out, not compressed. And you want to measure the gap between the flange and the other flange, and that's the size axle spacer you need. And I don't know why I need such an axle spacer on here. I thought Z axles would be long enough, but my chassis is quite wide, I guess. Yeah, this side does not need a spacer. The axles are bolted up and installed. The last piece of the puzzle is this GK Tech diff brace. 240 diffs have the one peg here and a second peg here. 350Z diffs only have one peg. GK Tech makes this brace. It's going to bolt onto the valve cover like this, and then we drill a hole in the subframe here, and that will be our second mounting point for the diff. Now our diff has 2 points of mounting and it won't twist. That's a working differential and axles if I've ever seen one. Nice. All right, now the torque spec for the 350Z axle nut is 177 foot-pounds. A lot more than the 240. We're taking it out to get dinner because this is the ideal daily for getting tacos. It's working. Well, the ratio is a lot longer. I hear a metal noise. I wonder if that's just like... Do you hear that?
Yeah.
They're coming to help me align the 240 again. I am so tired of working on this thing. I'm doing another alignment because camber was off again. There's something weird going on with this wheel. It's super poked out. I'm having to extend the toe arm and camber arm a lot more on this side just to get it to match the other side. And it's making the wheel poke way out of the fender. So I don't know what's going on there. This side looks better. As far as the grinding noise, like I thought it was the brake pads grinding because I just resurfaced them, but no, it wasn't that. It's just the diff making that noise. So it looks like we might have got a noisy diff. Maybe it's the fluid I put in it, but this is really being a headache. I just got to go drive this thing and hopefully it works good now. Oh, the steering wheel's more straight now too. That's nice. The rear end alignment fixed the steering wheel straightness. Gearing is a lot nicer. The 408 final drive that we had before was way too short, and it was like I was like driving a semi through traffic. I was like blah, 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 blah. I was in like 6th gear by the time I'm going 40. It is much nicer aside from the grinding noise. I just put some cheap AutoZone Valvoline fluid in the diff, so maybe that's what's making it noisy. It's a 350Z 335 diff, so if any of you Z guys out there have had noisy diff problems, let me know. No blinkers on this rig. Parking this to this guy with cool wheels and his Scion FRS. might be too much JDM for this one parking lot. This thing's pretty cool. He's on these rays. Oh, they're Graham lights. Holy crap! This thing is fast. I forgot how fast this car is. That just barely opened the gate and it was scooting. This new gear ratio is so much better for the turbo though. It spools so much more efficiently now. I'm gonna put some pump gas in here. I haven't taken this car off of E85 since I got it retuned, but since we have the flex fuel sensor, I think it would be advantageous for us to use it. This thing sat for so long, the moisture in the E85 got into the oil and contaminated the last oil. So I had to do an oil change. So I'm gonna put like 5 gallons of 93 in here. So while it's sitting, the E85 doesn't like keep contaminating the oil. First time this thing is seeing pump gas in like a year. Let's let this fuel cycle for a little bit. The way the ethanol sensor works is it measures the ethanol content of the fuel, and when it's below 70% ethanol, it starts blending in the pump gas tune, and the pump gas tune has a lot less timing and a lot less boost controller duty cycle. It's gonna blend the power and all that, and it's gonna probably take it down like 50 or 100 horsepower. The ethanol tune makes 450 and the pump tune makes 300, so it's just gonna blend the two. Ooh, it stinks in here. I haven't smelled pump gas in so long. This car used to be so stinky on pump gas, I forgot how yucky it is. The ethanol, it smells like sweet almost. Like the pump gas is like dingy and smells dirty. When it's on pure ethanol, it smells like sweet and like fruity and like horsepower. This smells like gunk and like, this smells like oil leak and like crappy 240. It smells like its roots. Is getting quieter. Maybe the diff just had to get broken in. As we sit here in traffic, guys, I think that'll do it for today's video. I appreciate you guys watching. I had fun filming this. Not really. I had a pain in the ass filming this, so I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of it. But that's gonna do it for today's video. I don't want to make it too long. In the next video, continuing the 240 series, I'll go do some rips on the new diff for you guys, so we can see how different it is, and maybe some launches, see if I can launch it better. But thank you guys for sticking with me. I appreciate all of you. If you guys have any advice for me down below as to why the hell my passenger side wheel is so hard to align and why it wants to poke so bad, and also if you know anything about anything at all, just let me know. All right, I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye. Holy crap, that truck just scared me. Go, please. Woo. Oh, you guys just saw me run a red light. Crap. Oh, you weren't supposed to see that. Back into the garage with you. I've seen enough of you for the month.
you.